American Got Talent as a judge, sitting next to Heidi fucking dickhead Nazi Gloom.
Yeah.
She's judging comedians. A stuttering comic. Howard told a stuttering comedian that an unfunny stuttering comedian, that he was inspirational. Stuttering John was almost suicidal at the show. He couldn't open his mouth without swearing. He almost hung himself 3 times. I guess inspirational. What the fuck happened? How is he pulling this off?
I guess I would say this: people are allowed to change, right?
Yeah. So many changes like this. This would be like Hitler running a temple.
Oh, so you don't think the changes are like legit?
Look, let me tell you something.
Okay.
And you know comedy. Nobody can make that much of a pivot on how they feel about Ellen DeGeneres' dancing. I mean, we used to say what it is. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Housewives wouldn't laugh at this.
Yeah.
She's clearly like, she's duping the world. Yeah. And now he says he looks forward to it.
Are you fucking
kidding me?
Whose joke was it that I used to love? Because it might have been him or you that said, zoom in on her face, she looks just like Owen Wilson. There's an uncanny similarity. And that's from their show somewhere.
Sure, it was you're right. She does. She's clearly just. She came out at the right time.
Yeah.
That show was terrible.
I said she doesn't even really want to dance either, but being a lesbian, she figured out this bit where she gets to rub up against the women every day at work.
That's your angle.
That was my angle.
You're
Yes,
right.
of course it was.
That's a good point.
Because she's a stand-up comic, so there's no way in the end she actually likes dancing for people.
Megan Fox is on today.
Right.
We're gonna make the dancing longer.
Right. So she's got like.
That's how she meant Portia.
She's got these hot women in the audience like wiggling their hips. She's a lesbian. She gets to pick. She gets to pick what road she goes down. She sees which women she's attracted to that afternoon.
She looks
and
like
then
Chuck
she goes
Knobloch.
Knobloch.
You're right. She's picking up pussy.
She studies the audience. I did this whole bit, and then she's like, I'm going down this aisle, and then see there she goes. All right, I like
to
this.
do a little gauntlet.
Pick up the documentary. Let's Spend the Night Together. The Rolling Stones, 1981. Bill Lyman plays the bass. All he does is look for pussy. That's all he does. And then one of them got shattered.
Yeah.
He's not even playing sometimes. He's lighting a cigarette and just looking for fucking pussy. That's what she's doing. Like, hey, dude, hey, come on back, please. That's true. I never noticed that.
So yeah, he can't be looking forward to Ellen DeGeneres dancing every day.
Who could do that?
That's just silly.
That's an about face, boy. I tell you.
It's a big about face.
But you're not believing in the about face itself.
No. Who could change that much?
Right.
Yeah, who could change that much?
Ice-T went from saying kill the cop to playing the cop on TV. Remember Body Count? He had
that was a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric, I still can't hear you in the headphones. I only bitched about that for the last 3 days. Maybe they'll fix that eventually. But what were you going to say?
There's a lot of talk about the fat. On the Stern show?
That used to be, that was always, he was tasting TV, was always the Friends, The Bachelor,
Right.
He used to do that. But as far as Ellen DeGeneres being like Richard Pryor, because she danced. Hey, we used to hate her. The tapes are there. Pick up the fucking tapes. This is an illusion. Sometimes I think I'm in a fucking dream world. Sometimes I think I stabbed myself and died, and I woke up in a world where Howard Stern likes Ellen DeGeneres is dancing. I woke up in a world where the Yankees suck, the Mets are good, and Howard Stern loves Ellen DeGeneres.
Keep going. Come on.
Yeah, Portia de Rossi. Again, she's like she's had her face buried in that pussy for fucking 7 years. I'd be in a daze too. She's like a surrogate for her. And he has her on the show and kisses her ass. He said he looks forward to the dancing. He gets up and looks forward to it.
Do you feel like he wants his legacy to be a little different? Because when you're in the shock
jock
world,
make it shittier.
Well, no, I mean when you're getting older and this is what you do for a living. Maybe you don't want to be known as the guy that was throwing baloney on girls' asses, and you're hoping that.
What do you want to be known as?
I think he wants to be known as a great interviewer.
He is.
All right, but he already has that.
The guy. Here's what this. He's the one guy who could say to the PZ police who took over show business, fuck you, I can make...
Playing the game.
I don't have a month here.
Okay.
I mean, we're not
Listen, one of these three schmoes have to be good.
Okay, I have to say no to somebody, though.
You decide.
John, I know John would be a good player for the
He
game.
would be? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, so Artie feels you made a good choice. Paulie,
down that, Artie.
you're in Brooklyn, Paulie. What do you think about Nancy? Tell me what's on your mind.
Why did you call?
Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, guys. This is Paulie. I've been on the air before. Henry Hill's nemesis.
Is this the guy, Henry Hill's nemesis? Okay.
I know
Yes,
Paulie.
it is.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He stands up to Henry
You're a
Hill.
good guy.
I like Paulie. Hey, Paulie, what do you got? You got a lot of money?
How old are you?
I'm 54 going on 35.
You want an old guy, Nancy?
Well, I don't consider me old because no one can ever guess my age. Everybody thinks I'm 45 years old.
And Paulie, you make a good look.
I'm in great
have a
shape.
very wide age range, you know.
I'm in great shape. I'm in good shape for the shape I'm in. And
Paulie, are you in
yeah.
the mafia?
No, I'm not, Howard.
Okay. What kind of work are you really doing? Legitimate work?
I'm a graphic artist. I worked for a major corporation for the past 13 years. Unfortunately, I was just let go due to downsizing, but that's no problem. I can hook up with quite a few graphics companies in town.
You make a good living.
I make a good living. Yes.
When were you planning to go back to work?
I am. I am working at the present time.
Oh,
I'll tell you, that's hot.
I was just let go after 13 years in April.
Why would you be let go?
Downsizing.
That's hot.
I don't want to mention.
Nancy, that's hot. Recently unemployed.
It's weird. I hate to make this a pattern. I know Paulie, too.
you do?
Paulie's a guy that women would like.
Really?
He's you can tell he's like a good-looking guy. And,
Lots of time to have fun, too.
And you
got
know,
free time.
I don't know about his finances at all, but I've hung with him a bunch of times, and he's another good, classy, fun guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Paulie, you ever been married?
Yes, I've been married, but I have no children.
You were married once?
Twice.
Twice? That's not good.
Well, I'm 54 years old, and, you know, if it didn't work the first time, I'm not going to say I'm never going to get married again. I did get married again, but that didn't work out. But I'm still dear friends with my first wife, as Nancy can appreciate.
That's a good sign.
You got a big schlong?
I got a light switch.
Oh, you're small.
No, I just use your vernacular.
I see. You're an okay size.
As long as you can turn it on, you know.
Because Nancy likes it thick more than long, I think, if I remember properly.
Girth better than length.
Now, Paul, are you uncomfortable with the net worth question?
The net worth question?
Yeah, what is your net worth?
Uh-oh. That
For us
doesn't
to meet.
sound good.
Guy's been
But
divorced.
does it really make a difference?
Yes.
Not to me.
To me,
Well,
it
let me
does.
put it this way, Nancy. If we go out together, we'll go to a nice place. I'll cook you a nice dinner. We can go to a nice restaurant. We can get you a movie. We can go here, go there.
You could afford that.
Put it that way. We'd have a great time. if we
Who's
went out.
picking up the
Where do you live,
tab?
Paul?
Right now, I live out of state, but I'm moving back to New York.
Oh. Where do you live?
I live in Cleveland, Ohio.
No.
Well, when are you gonna,
Originally from Brooklyn, New York.
well, where are you gonna? When are you,
I've been out here. My job moved me out here, and as I said, I don't want to mention the big corporation that I work for, but let me put it this way: everybody drink Pepsi Cola now.
I see.
Oh.
So, what kind of car you drive?
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Well, I don't drink soda, so. I'm just letting you know
What do you drive?
who I used to work. I drive a Honda Pilot.
And when are you moving back? Because you don't want to date a guy from Cleveland.
Well, I'm going to be moving back very soon, but what difference does that make? I could be in New York. I could be in New York later on this afternoon if that was the case.
I actually would like to date a guy from Cleveland.
Oh, you would?
There you go.
So you can
The
Paulie play?
long-distance relationships don't work pretty good.
Yeah.
Can Paulie
now.
play, Nance?
What?
Can Paulie play?
Yeah, I like Paulie.
Okay, she likes
Great,
you.
Nancy.
You're in, Paulie.
All right, guys.
Well, Paulie's playing. Look at this. Irish John and Paulie so far.
I'll tell you one thing.
More money than Enya is. My fans like me more, and I could say whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
He's the one guy who could have done that and make $100 million. I don't need to kiss Brad Pitt's ass.
Right.
He needs to kiss mine, quite frankly.
Right.
And we all felt like idiots. My point is, like, look, I was a fan of that show before I got on. My old man came home from work one day. My father climbed roofs for a living. He was a roofer. Got to the 9th grade in school. And he comes to me and he goes, the summer of 1982, he goes, you're coming to work with me tomorrow. I go, why? He goes, you got to hear this fucking guy. He's so funny. And I think you'd love him. So my father and me bonded on two things, the Yankees and Howard Stern.
Right.
That was it. And we would stop and pull over and eat lunch. You know, my mother would make like a sausage and pepper sandwich, and we're sitting there and we're listening to him. We bonded. I was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So when he fell and became a quadriplegic, he fell off a roof. We had, again, what you tell, but I don't give a shit. Lawyers came around to sue people because if you fall off a ladder, you sue the ladder company. You get millions of dollars. So this lawyer comes around and he goes, "All right, we're going to sue the ladder company because you fell off a house that has no homeowner's insurance." And the guy had $200,000 to his name. My mother refused to take that money from him, which I was proud of my mom for that. She wouldn't take the guy's life savings. The guy goes, "No, don't worry. The ladder company will pay up because they'll feel bad." So when he said that, I said to my dad, I said, "Should you tell him or me?" I went up to the lawyer. I said, "He stole the ladder." And the guy said, "What?" I said, "The ladder says Bell Atlantic on it." My father was driving by a Sears warehouse, and he needed a new ladder. So he sees, he was a kleptomaniac from Newark, my father. He sees a ladder next to a Bell truck. He goes quietly, takes it like it's his ladder, and puts it on his van. And that was the ladder he fell off of.
Right.
He had to put that ladder on a picnic table because it wasn't tall enough.
Yeah.
So the lawyer hears that, and he goes, "Excuse me?" I said, he stole the ladder. He calmly put his notes back together and said, "I wish you guys luck." So I had we had to go on welfare. We went on welfare.
Wow.
It was very difficult. So the only thing in that depressing time, we're about to lose the house, is he would laugh at the Stern Show. That was the one thing.
Yeah.
And we sent away to all these local celebrities, the Giants, the Jets, and Howard, for something for an auction for him. Howard is the only guy who sent something. He sent a satin K-Rock jacket that he signed. And one day we're listening, and we got on the air. He said, Gary said, "By the way, that quadriplegic got the jacket." And Howard said, "Does he think if he wears the jacket, he's going to walk again?" It was so funny. He did it.
Of course.
It was a Howard joke. We were laughing at it. We were on the show in 1987. My father dies in 90. And when he died, he said, "Take care of your mother and sister," on his deathbed, basically. I was a mess when he died. So, as opposed to the Jack LaLanne I am now. So he never saw that. The job I got about 9 years later, being a co-host of that show, he would have been like, if I was a senator, it wouldn't have been as impressive.
Right,
He
of
would have,
course.
and I feel sort of robbed of that a little bit. So that's the connection I have with Howard. So this comes from a place of a lot of love.
Yeah, I didn't know about the backstory.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you and your father were on there back in the day.
Well, he mentioned my dad, and then my dad died of complications, and some guy helped him kill him. He would ask me to kill him every day. Because he was in hell, and I said, "Dad, are you thinking this through? What about me?"
Right, right. I got to live with this.
So you're in hell for whatever the fuck you did, and I'm in Trenton State. How is that helping the family? So the Stern Show meant a lot to me for a long time. It still does, and I just think this woman is a con artist and somehow got infiltrated over there, and people are getting mistreated. And the stories I've heard directly from people, I won't say anything on it, but it's like, that's not Howard, man. Howard, the guy I knew was so generous.
Right.
Paid for everything. Wouldn't let anybody, like, he acted like he should. A lot of celebrities have a resentment, like, no. He just, everything was on him. Private jets. So what's happening right now is kind of, it's just weird,
What about Gary? How does he fit in with this whole thing?
I mean, Gary.
Wasn't Gary the one that was pretty much running everything behind the scenes, and now she kind of took over for that, right?
Yeah, you think that makes Gary feel better? This broad comes to get a bigger role.
This sounds like when the billionaire, the heiress, or the butler starts manipulating them late in life.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm trying to prevent happening.
Remember that? I've seen too many Lifetime made-for-television. Doris Duke, the poor little rich girl.
You're right. All of a sudden, Howard's praising Z Morning Zoo guys.
You said in the Daily Mail, the Daily Mail listened to your podcast, did a whole story.
Oh, thanks, guys. I hope you're not stealing it like everyone else.
I got to listen for free. Okay. And
I don't know how to do that.
I just call him. That's what I do.
Your quote is saying Howard lost his mind if the stories I hear are accurate.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Again, in print stuff's accurate.
Yeah.
But no. But I mean that again, worried about it because they are. If the stories are accurate, it's like he does seem like he lost a part of his mind that sort of had compassion for the people that worked there. And believe me, he had a lot of it. And it wasn't fake either. The TV guys, they were fired on the air.
I know.
They were soldiers.
They were
loyal.
awesome guys,
They were
man.
pirates, those guys. So much fun. And they were like Suns fans. And now they can't get them on the phone.
On the softening, do you think, like the Ellen stuff, did he become a grandpa? I've seen a lot of mean guys go soft when grandpa time
yet.
rolls
Well, that's the
around.
other thing, too, about Howard. One of the best compliments you give anybody. He's got 3 unbelievably wonderful, classy daughters. So sweet, those girls. He's a great parent, clearly. Like, there's no hint of...
Well, that's what I'm saying. If one of them got married and the grandkids come rolling
That
in,
could happen.
everybody's seen Dr. Doom turn into, Care Bear.
Well, and it's his credit, I think. To his credit, he stopped with the Simeon because...
He's enjoying the Ellen dancing.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
But he could be the head of ISIS. Maybe this woman's ISIS. I never thought of that.
I know about Paulie. The guy's no pussy.
Well, you don't know. He's on the phone when he's dealing with Henry Hill.
No, I don't know. I met him. I wouldn't fuck with Paul.
I was in the studio in 2003 when Henry didn't show up, remember?
All right. Hey, Paulie, hold on.
Thanks.
I don't remember Paulie looking any particular way. You say he's good looking.
Well, I mean, he's...
That's Artie saying.
When I saw him, he had a good-looking broad with him, and I could tell, it might not be an odd thing for him. Put it that way.
All right. Wood Yee's on the phone. He wants you.
Wood Yee?
Wood Yee, hi.
This is Shlomo.
Oh, Shlomo. Oh, Shlomo, hi.
I'm into the phone. I'm going to shove it up my ass and come.
Now, you want to date Nancy?
Is this Woody?
Yes.
Can we just shock the puss?
Listen, you
You
can't
can talk to him for a while, but I'm going to say no.
She says no.
Bear with me for a moment.
Bear with him. He's got some sweet talk for you.
Balls down the toilet.
What was that, Wood Yee? I mean, Shlomo?
Can you hold on a moment? I just shit out a condom full of smuggled Cuban cigars.
Oh.
This will just take a second.
Shlomo, you're a fan of Nancy. I know she was. Listen, Nancy was a big part of the show for years, and everyone loves her, is attracted to her, certainly. You see her pictures on her website.
Hurry up, fuckwad. I have to take a shit.
All right. Well, I don't think she's gonna...
I don't think this is the time you should have called.
I don't think she's going to go out with...
Yes, and play the piano at the same
I
time.
was forgetting that you're on satellite now and can say fuck.
Yeah, it's a lot funnier.
Shlomo's great for satellite.
Shlomo's...
Man, I gotta take a shit.
All right. Say your
Go for
last... Say one thing to Nancy that's romantic, and maybe it'll win her over. Go ahead.
Cunt face.
Oh.
Man.
That's right, fuck face.
Okay.
All right, that is not winning her over. I can...
Goodbye, would you?
Nancy, you don't want him, right?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
It had nothing to do with...
Shlomo, I'm sorry.
Yourself.
All right, thank you. Artie, you know Wood Yee.
I'm all over the TV screen.
What do you say about...
What was that, Shlomo?
Cut that bitch off.
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
It had nothing to do with...
Shlomo, I'm sorry.
Yourself.
All right, thank you. Artie, you know Wood Yee.
I'm all over the TV screen.
What do you...
Artie, you know Wood Yee.
I'm all over the TV screen.
What do you say about...
What was that, Shlomo?
Cut that bitch off.
What do you say about Wood Yee?
It's weird. Once again, I know the guy, and I think he'd be great for her.
Oh, no. Okay, so now I'm going to say no to the first two guys.
No,
All right. Thank you, Shlomo.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to shit in my drawers.
Okay, thank you. All right. That was Shlomo. Nancy, I wouldn't let you go out with him.
No, thank you.
All right, I'm going to randomly... There's about 1 million guys on the phone here. Obviously, everybody wants you, but let's see. I'll just pick...
Let's pick a guy who's not a regular caller into the show.
Well, okay.
Some random stranger.
All right, I'm going to say this. There's a guy on the phone from Long Beach named Mike. There's a guy from Queens named Phil. And there's another Mike from Rockaway. Who do you want me to pick up on? Take a guess. This could be your luck connection.
We got anybody from Manhattan?
Let's see. Anyone from Manhattan? Let's see. There's a guy in the Bronx. Here's a guy from Wayne, New Jersey. Baltimore. Albany.
Baltimore.
Little Neck, New York. How about Little Neck, New York? That's close to the city.
That's in on the island too, right? Or
Right.
Queens?
What's his name? Little neck guy?
Greg. Greg?
Yeah, let's play. Let's hear Greg.
Okay, Greg.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Oh, fine. I have Nancy up here on my screen here. I went to her old website.
Attractive girl, right?
Yeah, I like her.
Good body.
Yeah, definitely.
Jackie broke her in real good. I know that. Jackie,
I don't want to hear that.
he pretty much did.
But he didn't break me, so.
He didn't break her, but he broke her in.
That's good.
I know she's in good shape. And, but what about you? Are you in good shape?
I'm in excellent shape. I go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm into bodybuilding. I played guitar also for 37 years. I was in Anthrax and Metallica in the 80s. So
What were you from Metallica?
You were in Anthrax and Metallica?
Yeah, I played lead guitar in the early 80s in Anthrax and Metallica.
Huh.
Wow.
And now I'm 47, so I live in Middle Neck, and became very successful in real estate. I bought and sold foreclosures.
Nancy's legs are spread already. I can almost hear them.